Right now I'm going to talk about just some left-hand basics because a couple of guys on the discussion online had expressed some concern about playing traditional. So I'm just going to go over a few things that will make the job easier. Just some helpful tips. One, probably number one more than anything, is don't tense up. You got to stay relaxed. Absolutely must stay relaxed. For me, when I'm playing traditional, I like my drum to be a little bit higher than most people do, and the reason is when you're playing traditional, if you think about this stick, the left stick is sitting on top of your hand, the right stick is underneath your hand, and so for that reason, in order to get, if our drums are going to be level, in order to get that left stick even the same distance from the rim as the right stick, you have to bring that left wrist down. And for me, I tell the band kids that you know, if they're playing a wind instrument, they should get in the perfect position, body position-wise, and then bring the instrument up to them. And for me, I'd rather bring my right hand up a little bit to even these sticks out than moving my left hand down, because that is uncomfortable for me. So everybody's got their own thing that feels good, and if you feel better with your drum low, then that's fine. Now on the left wrist, a common mistake that people make is when they start playing, this wrist starts to either cock out like that, or it bends in a little bit, and either one of them is a problem. This wrist needs to stay straight this way because that rotation has to work. And if you move that wrist in, the rotation, the dynamics of the fingers and the way they work on the stick are not going to be the same. That wrist has to stay straight so that the rotation is fluid and relaxed. And then if you put it back like this and try to get something like that going, this is just not the motion we're using. And it's just another problem that I see. So I think probably the most significant thing that I do is on a matched grip, on the right stick, I've got the primary grip, which is the thumb across from the first finger, and that establishes your fulcrum. And that's your connection to the arm, and that's your strength. And then it's the fingers down here, we call that the secondary grip, and most of the time there's a little bit of movement there, and that is driving the faster notes. And those faster notes are smaller motor movement with the fingers. And so here's where you have the speed from the small, fast muscles, and here's where you have the strength from the larger, stronger muscles. All right, so on the left hand, the primary grip is going to be the thumb grip on the stick. It's not as fast, but that's where you get your strength from. And like you get the strength from the fingers on the matched grip, the speed. You get the speed from the secondary grip. The secondary grip on the traditional is these two fingers. You see kind of a little triangle set up right here. And these two fingers are the secondary grip, and that's where the speed is going to come from. So then, once you've got that worked out, one thing I recommend, if you're not comfortable with traditional grip, but you're determined to play snare, on the hand-to-hand exercises, the easiest way to explain it is make your left hand feel like your right hand. So if you're playing, don't just play right hand and left hand separate. Play double stops together. And get the left hand to feel just like the right hand. That means as relaxed. It means the same prep height for accents, the same controlled height for taps. Okay? And especially like if we go to the exercise that has accents and taps. If you take an exercise like that and play it as double stops, you really will find out a lot about how to control the prep height for accents and taps with that left hand, what that feels like. And so stay relaxed, keep that wrist straight, maintain your primary grip here, your secondary grip with these fingers, and then make your left hand feel like your right hand. Stay relaxed. When you're trying to play fast, light notes, do more with the fingers. And when you're trying to play accents, do more with the strength of that thumb, and then it's going to wind up feeling a little bit more familiar. If I think of more to say later, then I'll add that on.